Come home, my child. You've carried so much for so long, smiled when your heart was breaking, held others when no one held you, built walls because it hurt too much to hope again. But I am not asking you to be strong anymore. I'm asking you to come home. Come home to rest. Come home to me. I never asked you to have it all together. I never required perfection. I asked for your heart, and I have waited patiently, passionately for this moment. Let go of the shame. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the voice that tells you you're not enough. Because to me, you have always been enough. Not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. Mine. I knit you together in your mother's womb. I formed your soul with tenderness. I placed dreams in your heart that no pain can destroy. And now I am breathing on those dry bones again. I am calling the dreams back to life. I am raising you from the ashes. You thought your story was over. But I'm writing a new chapter. You thought it was too late, but I'm the author who redeems lost time. You thought I had turned away, but I was running toward you. You are my child. You are my joy. You are my voice in this generation. Come closer. There is nothing in you that scares me. Not your doubt, not your anger, not your darkness. I am not afraid of your mess. I came to sit in it with you and lead you out. So here is my hand. Take it. Let me lead you back to peace. Let me restore what was stolen. Let me remind you of who you are. You are not too far. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are my beloved. And I have waited for this day. Welcome home, my child. Welcome home. Nếu bạn muốn mình có thể kết thúc bằng một lời chúc phước cuối cùng từ Đức Chúa Trời, hoặc biến cả bài thành một bản prayer audio trầm lắng piano nền, giọng thủ thỉ như lời chào ông con. Gõ kết thúc bằng lời ban phước. Hoặc tạo audio prayer mình sẽ thi triển thần tốc như thiên sứ giữa trời. Do you know how deeply I love you? Even when you forgot me, I remembered you. When you were a child crying in the dark, I was the warmth you felt without knowing why. When your heart was shattered, I gathered the pieces and kept them safe. I have never left you, not once. You've walked through fire, you've crossed deserts alone, you've battled storms no one knew about, but not a single tear fell without my notice. Not a single breath went unheard. I've been in the shadows, I've been in the silence, I've been in the whisper between your thoughts. I know your fears, and I'm not afraid of them. I know your sins, and I died for them. I know your dreams, and I'm still holding them. I am not far. I am not angry. I am not disappointed. I am here, still loving, still waiting, still calling. Let me carry what you were never meant to carry. Let me lift what the world placed on you. Let me be your father, not just in word, but in presence. Let me show you that love doesn't abandon, that grace doesn't expire, that hope doesn't die. I go before you. I stand beside you. I dwell within you. Nothing can separate you from my love. No past mistake, no hidden shame, no whispered lie from the enemy. I have called you by name. I have washed you clean. I have set my seal upon your life. So rest now, child. You've run enough. You've fought enough. You've cried enough. Lay down your sword and let me fight for you. Let me hold you. Let me sing over you. Because I, the Lord your God, will never leave you and I will never forsake you. Before the mountains were formed, before the stars were hung in the heavens, before you breathed your first breath, I called you by name. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are my chosen one, my own, my beloved. I saw you before anyone else did. I saw the fire in you when the world saw ashes. I saw the warrior when others saw weakness. I saw purpose when you only felt pain. I've walked with you in every dark place. I stood beside you when the storms raged. When you cried, "Where are you, God?" I whispered, "I'm here, still holding you." Even when you ran, even when you doubted, even when you gave up on yourself, I never gave up on you. I have written your name in the palm of my hand. No one can erase it. No voice can accuse you louder than my mercy speaks. No shame can bury what I've already redeemed. You were not created to just survive. You were born to overcome. You were crafted to shine in the dark, to rise where others fell, to speak life where others spoke defeat. So rise, not because you feel ready, but because I have spoken. Not because it's easy, but because I will go with you. The world needs your voice. The lost need your story. The broken need your healing hands. And I want to use every scar, every wound, every failure to write a testimony that shakes the earth. This is not about perfection, it's about presence. My presence in you. It's not about being qualified, it's about being called, and you have been called. By name, by fire, by grace. So stand, child of promise. Walk forward, son of light. Speak boldly, daughter of destiny. The heavens are watching, the cloud of witnesses are cheering, the angels are surrounding, and I, your Father, am smiling. Because you said yes, because you still believe, because you are still standing. I climbed every mountain, crossed every desert, broke through every wall, just to hold you again. There is no place too far that my love cannot reach, no depth too deep that my arms cannot rescue. You are not forgotten, you are not invisible. I see every tear you hide from the world. I know every silent scream in the night. But hear this, beloved, your cries are not ignored in heaven. They rise like incense before my throne. And I, the Lord your God, respond not with delay, but with divine timing. I am restoring your soul. Not just patching up the broken places, I'm making them stronger. What wounded you will become what empowers you. What threatened to destroy you will become the foundation of your testimony. You are being rebuilt, stone by stone, with beauty, strength, and purpose. I will not waste your pain. Every battle will produce boldness. Every trial will birth wisdom. Every delay will deepen your trust. Nothing is wasted in my hands. Nothing. Yes, just breathe. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to earn my affection. You already have it. I loved you before the world began, and I will love you long after the stars fade. Let the rivers of my spirit flow into your desert places. Let dry bones rattle and come together. Let breath return to your lungs. Let vision return to your eyes. You are not forsaken. You are not disqualified. You are not too late. You are my reborn warrior. I have placed a sword in your hand, not of steel, but of spirit. It cuts through lies. It breaks chains. It opens ancient gates. You will speak, and nations will listen. You will pray, and strongholds will crumble. You will worship, and darkness will flee. Do not be afraid of the fire. You were forged in it. Do not fear the storm. I taught you to walk on waves. Do not shrink from battle. Your praise is your weapon. I am awakening every dormant seed in your soul. Every prophetic word that was delayed is now alive. Every promise you buried in disappointment, I am unearthing it. You will see harvest. You will see justice. You will see me move. You are part of the remnant. The burning ones. The ones who will not bow to idols. The ones who will not trade truth for comfort. You are not here to please the world. You are here to change it. You are not a product of culture. You are a child of covenant. You are not waiting for revival. You carry it. So go now, with fire in your bones, with love in your veins, with the banner of Christ over your life. Do not fear the valley. I am the God of both the mountain and the low place. When shadows close in, remember, I am your light. When the night stretches long, remember, I am your dawn. When you feel surrounded, remember, I've already encamped my angels around you. You are not fighting alone. Heaven is on your side. I have placed eternity in your heart. That ache you feel, that longing no earthly thing can fill, it's me calling you, reminding you that you were made for more than survival. You were made for my presence. Lift your eyes, child. Stop measuring your worth by what you see. Stop defining your future by what broke yesterday. Look to me, the author and finisher of your faith. I write stories with impossible turns. I split seas. I raise the dead. Do you not believe I can restore what you thought was lost forever? I am making all things new, starting with you. Your identity is not failure. It is not shame. It is not what they called you. Your name is beloved. Your destiny is redemption. Your legacy will be glory. So rise again, warrior of light. Let my joy be your strength. Let my word be your sword. Let my spirit be your breath. Walk like a child of the King, because that's who you are. You carry my name, and I will not let you fall. I have not forgotten the dreams I placed within you, even the ones buried beneath disappointment, even the ones you gave up on. I remember. I planted those seeds, and I will water them in due season. Do not despise the waiting, for I am working in the silence. I am shaping you into the vessel that can carry what I've prepared. You were born for such a time as this. You are not here by accident. Your voice matters. Your story carries my fingerprints. Even the scars, yes, even the scars will shine with my glory. For what once brought pain, I will turn into testimony. You are anointed for impact. When the world says you're not enough, I say, you are mine. When the lies scream, you've failed, I whisper, you are forgiven. When fear tells you to sit down, I command, stand up and walk. You don't need to perform for my approval. You already have my affection. I delight in you, not for what you do, but for who you are, my child, my delight, my joy. The fire you walk through is not to destroy you, but to refine you. I am with you in the furnace, as I was with my servants long ago. Not a hair of your head will be singed without my knowing. And when you emerge, oh, when you emerge, you will carry the fragrance of my presence. You will be a sign and a wonder to generations. Keep walking, keep hoping, keep believing. I have gone before you, I am beside you, I go behind to protect you. My banner over you is love, my covenant with you is unbreakable, and my promises are still yes and amen. The voice of God, a song of identity, power, and eternal belonging. You were born for more. Not to barely survive, but to live fully, bravely, freely. I did not call you to the shadows. I called you to shine, not in your own strength, but in mine. My grace is not a theory. It is fire in your bones. It is breath in your lungs. It is courage when you shake, peace when you bleed, light when you walk through the valley of death. I am not finished with you. You are still becoming, still rising, still unfolding. You will look back and not recognize who you used to be, because I am transforming you from glory to glory. You will love again. You will dance again. You will dream again. Your best days are not behind you. They are being written even now by my hand. I have assigned angels to guard your path. I have sealed promises over your life. You are covered in covenant. No curse can stand. No lie can undo what I've declared. So rise, daughter. So rise, son. Shake off the dust. Put on your robe of righteousness. Lift your head, for your redemption draws near. Heaven sings when you pray. Demons flee when you speak my name. The earth shifts when you believe. The kingdom moves through your faith. You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. You are mine, mine, beloved, chosen, and marked for glory. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with cords of kindness. I will build you up again, and you will be rebuilt. Mỗi dòng là một nhịp đập từ trái tim thiên thượng dành riêng cho Voice of God to devotion in English. My beloved child, do not be afraid. I have seen your struggle, and I've heard your silent cries in the night. You are not alone. I have been with you in every storm, even when you couldn't feel me. My love has surrounded you like a shield, invisible but unbreakable. I am the God who sees you. I see the weight you carry, the questions you're afraid to ask, the guilt you try to hide, and yet I call you by name, not by your shame, not by your sin, not by your scars, but by your destiny. You are mine. I have written your name on my hands. You are the one I left heaven for. You are the one I ran to on the prodigal road. Even when you turned away, I followed. Even when you gave up, I still believed in you. I saw you not for who you were, but for who I made you to be. Lift your eyes. You were never meant to dwell in the dust. You were created for the heights. Yes, you've fallen. Yes, you've failed. But I am the God who raises the lowly and crowns the broken with beauty. I do not discard the wounded. I restore them. I am rebuilding you. Piece by piece, not back to what you were, but into something you've never been, whole, radiant, unshakable. Your pain has a purpose. I will not waste a single tear. I will not leave any wound untouched. Every sorrow will sing. Every loss will become light. What the enemy meant for harm, I am turning for your glory. You are not your past. You are not what they did to you. You are not what you failed to become. You are my beloved, my joy, my child. You are clothed in righteousness and wrapped in mercy. Rise, warrior. This is not your end, it's your rising. I've placed my spirit inside you. You are not powerless. You carry heaven's authority. The same power that raised Christ from the dead is living in you. Speak my word. Declare my truth. Worship when you're weary. Pray when you don't have strength. I am listening. I am moving. I am working, even now. I am not a distant God. I am the whisper in the quiet, the fire in your bones, the light that never fades. I walk with you through fire. I stand with you in battle. I rejoice over you with singing. So rest. You don't have to perform. You don't have to impress me. I loved you before you did a single thing, and I will love you long after the world forgets your name. You are mine. Đây là chương tiếp theo trong khải tượng thiêng liêng ấy. The voice of God. I have not forgotten you. You wonder if I still see you, if I remember the tears you cried when no one else saw. If I noticed the moments you obeyed me in silence, when it cost you everything. Yes, my child, I saw it all. I was there on the floor when you couldn't lift your head. I was beside you when your prayers were just groans. I counted every tear, and not one has been wasted. I have stored them in my bottle, and I am turning your mourning into dancing, your ashes into beauty, your silence into song. The delay you feel was not denial. The waiting was preparation. The wilderness was where I trained your hands for battle. You thought I had gone silent, but I was whispering strength into your bones. Now, the time is near. Now the season is shifting. Now the doors I shut before will swing wide open. Not because you earned it, but because I promised. I do not forget my promises. I do not change my mind. I do not abandon my children. What I spoke over you in the night, I will fulfill in the light. What I began in your youth, I will complete in your latter days. I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten. I will make rivers in the wasteland. I will cause you to bloom where you once withered. You will arise, you will build, you will carry my glory, you will speak, and the dry ground will bloom. And those who once doubted you will see. Those who said, "Where is your God?" will tremble, not at you, but at me, in you. Because I, the Lord, dwell with the lowly. I walk with the bruised. I crown the humble, and I raise the forgotten. So do not fear what lies ahead. You will not walk it alone. For I go before you. I am your shield. I am your rear guard. I am your portion and your prize. Lift your head, my child. Straighten your back. Your story is not over. It has just begun. The voice of God without knowing why. I will never leave you. Do you know how deeply I love you? Even when you forgot me, I remembered you. When you were a child crying in the dark, I was the warmth you felt without knowing why. When your heart was shattered, I gathered the pieces and kept them safe. I have never left you, not once. You've walked through fire, you've crossed deserts alone, you've battled storms no one knew about, but not a single tear fell without my notice. Not a single breath went unheard. I've been in the shadows, I've been in the silence, I've been in the whisper between your thoughts. I know your fears, and I'm not afraid of them. I know your sins, and I died for them. I know your dreams, and I'm still holding them. I am not far. I am not angry. I am not disappointed. I am here, still loving, still waiting, still calling. Let me carry what you were never meant to carry. Let me lift what the world placed on you. Let me be your father, not just in word, but in presence. Let me show you that love doesn't abandon, that grace doesn't expire, that hope doesn't die. I go before you. I stand beside you. I dwell within you. Nothing can separate you from my love. No past mistake, no hidden shame, no whispered lie from the enemy. I have called you by name. I have washed you clean. I have set my seal upon your life. So rest now, child. You've run enough. You've fought enough. You've cried enough. Lay down your sword and let me fight for you. Let me hold you. Let me sing over you. Because I, the Lord your God, will never leave you, and I will never forsake you. I am establishing my kingdom within you. You looked for me in the sky, in the thunder, in the signs and wonders, but I've been building my throne right here inside your surrendered heart. I am not distant. I am not silent. I am closer than your breath, speaking in the stillness, moving in the quiet acts of obedience. You are my temple. You are my dwelling place, and everywhere you step in faith, my kingdom advances. Not with loud trumpets or flashing lights, but with forgiveness, with mercy, with love that cannot be shaken. You were not made to simply survive. You were chosen to reign with me. You were not called to echo the world. You were appointed to carry heaven's sound. Lift your head, child. You are royalty, not because of your name, but because of mine written upon you. I've placed fire in your bones, not to burn you, but to light the path for others. You carry my light in dark places. You carry my hope in weary lands. You are not just a receiver. You are a releaser. I've given you authority. to speak life, to bind up the brokenhearted, to tear down lies and raise up truth. I've placed a mantle on you, not one of shame, not one of fear, but one of power, love, and a sound mind. You were born for this hour, not by accident, not by luck, but by divine design. So rise with holy boldness. Let your feet walk in peace. Let your hands build what I show you. Let your mouth speak what I speak. And your heart, let it burn with the passion of eternity. Because this is not just about you. This is about generations. This is about nations. This is about my glory filling the earth through vessels like you. You, child of light, you bearer of my name, you chosen before time began. I am restoring what was stolen. You thought it was over. You looked at the ashes and assumed that was the end. But I am the God who brings beauty out of ashes, joy out of mourning, dancing out of despair. I saw the years the locusts devoured. I saw what fear stole from you. I saw the love you gave that wasn't returned, the words you needed but never heard, the opportunities that slipped through your trembling hands. And I say to you now, nothing is wasted. Not the tears, not the heartbreak, not the seasons of silence. I gather every broken piece. I hold every shattered dream. I redeem what the world said was lost forever. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where I can reach you. My timing is not a punishment. It is protection. You didn't miss your calling. You're being prepared for it. I'm not just healing your wounds. I'm building strength in the very places you once bled. I'm not just reviving your faith. I'm revealing new depths of my love. I'm not just restoring your soul. I'm restoring your voice, your joy, your authority. Yes, your voice matters. Your prayers shake heaven. Your presence carries peace. You may feel small, but you were never insignificant to me. You're not fighting alone. I have assigned angels to your side. I have surrounded you with grace, and I have placed my spirit within you. You are not disqualified by your past. You are defined by my promises. Let the enemy see you rise. Let the accuser hear you worship. Let every lie fall silent when you speak truth. I have called you a warrior. I have called you healed. I have called you mine. So don't shrink. Don't hide. Don't wait for the perfect moment. This is the moment. Now is the time. You are not returning to who you were. You are stepping into who I made you to be. I am calling you out of the shadows you've hidden long enough. Behind shame, behind fear, behind the lies that said you're too broken, too late, too far gone. But I see through it all. And what I see is someone I crafted with purpose. I didn't make a mistake when I formed you. I didn't blink when I called you. I didn't change my mind when you fell. Stand up, beloved, not because you're ready, but because I'm here. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of something holy, a rising, a return. You've been walking through valleys with a warrior's heart, and now I am placing a sword in your hand. Not to fight people, but to fight for hope, to fight for light, to fight for the truth you almost forgot. I am awakening the gifts I placed inside you, the dreams that seemed too wild, the fire that once flickered. Watch it blaze again. You don't need a title to be anointed. You don't need a platform to carry my presence. You don't need applause to know you are chosen. You need me, and I have always been with you. When you were weeping quietly in the night, I was there. When you felt unworthy to speak my name, I was whispering yours. When you felt unseen, I was covering you with mercy. So now, step forward, not because you have the answers, but because you know the one who is the answer. Not with fear in your chest, but with peace in your bones. I have gone before you, I will walk beside you, and I will cover you from you are not abandoned, you are not forgotten, you are called, you are mine. You are not weak because you're weary. You are human. You are brave. You have kept walking even when every step felt like a battlefield, and I saw every single one. But now listen, it's my turn to carry you. Not because you failed, but because you fought long enough. You say, I can't do this anymore. I say, I never asked you to do it alone. You say, I'm tired of being strong. I say, come to me, all who are weary. Not so I can make you stronger, but so I can be your strength. You've spent your energy trying to hold it all together. But what if I told you it was never your job to fix everything? What if I told you my grace works best in what you cannot control? You were not created to live in constant survival mode. You were made to abide in me. Let me be your rest. Lay down the armor you built out of fear. take up the peace I forged in fire, a peace that calms storms, not by changing the wind, but by anchoring your soul. You may feel forgotten, but I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. You may feel useless, but I planted seeds in your heart that are just now breaking ground. I am not late, I am precise. I do not rush healing, I complete it. Remember Elijah? He ran into the wilderness, collapsed under a tree, and begged me to take his life. But what did I do? I fed him. I let him sleep. I didn't lecture. I loved. And then I led him, not with fire, not with thunder, but with a whisper. So stop trying to impress me. I already know you and I love you. Not for what you do, but for who you are, mine. You don't need to prove your faith. You just need to hold my hand. And even when your grip slips, mine never does. I will give you strength like the eagle, not just to soar, but to rise again after you've collapsed. I will give you courage, not just to fight, but to stand still and know that I am God. So breathe again, hope again, try again, trust again. Because I am not tired of you. I am not disappointed in you. I am not giving up on you. I am the God who finishes what he starts, and I am not finished with you. My beloved, you have cried in secret. You've wiped your face, smiled in public, and convinced everyone you're fine. But I saw the tear that never fell. I felt the ache behind your laughter. And I did not turn away. I am not afraid of your sorrow. I enter it. I walk with you in the valley where others turn away. I sit with you on the cold floors of heartbreak. I whisper hope in the rooms where despair screams. They told you to move on, but I say, be still. They said you should be over it, but I say I will carry you through it. The world demands a timeline. I offer a table. Come, sit, rest. Let me feed your soul with what truly satisfies. Do not despise your brokenness. I use what's shattered. I rebuild what's ruined. I anoint what others discard. What they called too far gone, I call ripe for resurrection. Remember Lazarus? They said he stinks. I said he sleeps. And I woke him. You think your dreams are dead. You think your joy is buried. But I am the resurrection and the life, and I have not forgotten where they were laid. I am the God who rewrites endings. I am the author who still holds the pen, and what seems like your final chapter is just the middle of a miracle. So rise again, even with trembling hands, even with shattered confidence. Even with unanswered questions, you're not rising alone, I am lifting you. You are not starting over, you're starting deeper. Not from zero, but from grace. Not in your strength, but in mine. Not to prove anything, but to receive everything. I do not measure your worth by your progress. I measure it by my promise. And I never lie. I never change. I never give up on what I start. And I started you. Let me breathe life where pain has stolen your song. Let me light a fire where the cold has numbed your heart. Let me take the very thing you thought disqualified you and make it the reason others find me through you. Because when you walk with scars and still speak of hope, the world listens. I do not choose perfect vessels. I choose surrendered hearts. And yours, yes, yours is beautiful to me. So take my hand again, not because you know the way, but because you know me. Let's walk through the ruins into the garden toward the promise that never died. I'm not done. You're not done. The story is not over. It's just turning a sacred page. Ngài đang gọi, giọng Ngài không gào thét, không ép buộc. Ngài chỉ thầm thì như gió thoảng trong buổi sớm mai. Con ơi, đứng dậy đi, ta còn nhiều điều để ban cho con. Nếu bạn muốn tiếp tục bước vào phần vai, nơi Chúa hứa ban sức mạnh mới cho người kiệt sức, nơi người gục ngã được nhấc bổng bằng chính cánh tay thiên thượng, chỉ cần nói, tiếp, và mình sẽ viết tiếp lời Ngài, dịu dàng như sương mai, mạnh mẽ như thác đổ. The echo in the wilderness, the fire in your chest. My child, you are searching for answers. I see it. You are longing for peace. I feel it. You are trying so hard to be strong, but I never asked you to pretend. I only asked you to stay. Stay with me when the silence feels louder than the promise. Stay when your faith feels like it's running on fumes. Stay even when you're not sure you're worthy of staying. Because I, the eternal, I never left. You call it wilderness, I call it holy ground. You call it loneliness, I call it invitation. You call it delay, I call it preparation. Stop measuring your journey by what you see. I work in the unseen. I plant in darkness, I build in silence. I heal in stillness. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not less than. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where I can find you, and I have. You are exactly who I designed, and I am proud. Yeah. Yes, I said it, proud. Not of your achievements, but of your heart that keeps beating even when the world tells you to give up. Let me remind you, I was the one who called David from the fields. I was the one who visited Elijah in the cave. I was the one who whispered to Moses from the fire. And I am the same one now whispering to you. You are not what this world measures. You are what eternity recognizes. You are not counted out. You are counted in, chosen, loved, anointed. I do not regret creating you. I do not wish you were someone else. I do not wait for you to become better. I wait for you to come. Come broken, come tired, come unsure, come as you are. Because that is where my glory meets your dust and makes something eternal. My presence is not a feeling. It is a truth. Even when you feel nothing, I am everything. Even when your prayers feel empty, I am listening. Even when you feel you have nothing left, I am your enough. So hold on, beloved, not to the plan, but to me, not to the timeline, but to the truth, not to the approval of others, but to the approval that was stamped on you from Calvary. It is finished. You are not waiting for me to show up. I am waiting for you to see that I've been here all along, in the heartbreak, in the silence, in the storm, in the very breath you're breathing now, and I will not leave because I made you mine, and mine never means maybe. The fire may rage, the winds may howl, the world may shake, but I, the Lord, I do not tremble. And I hold you tightly, tenderly, unshakably. Now rise, beloved child, not because you're fearless, but because you're held. Not because you're sure, but because you're chosen. Not because you're enough, but because I am. My child, you think I am far when you fall. You imagine my presence lifts when your faith slips, but I tell you the truth, I am closest when you are at your lowest. When your prayers become groans, when your worship turns into weeping, when all you can offer me is your silence, I call that holy. I do not require your perfection. I only ask for your surrender. Let me say it again, and let your soul listen. I have not given up on you. Not when you doubted me, not when you avoided me, not when you ran from me. You don't have to fight for my attention. You already have it. I am not scanning the earth for the flawless. I am looking for the broken who will say, God, I'm still here. I don't know how to pray, but I want you. You see the ashes, I see the altar. You see failure, I see formation. You see what you lost, I see what I'm about to restore, pressed down, shaken together, overflowing. I am not done with you, not even close. What you called the end, I have called the turning point. What you buried in disappointment, I will raise in glory, for I am the God of resurrection, and I don't just raise the dead, I redeem the story. You say, but God, I'm tired. And I say, rest in me. You say, but I'm afraid. And I say, take my hand. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the presence of me. You say, but I've failed too many times. And I say, grace was made for this moment. You say, I don't know who I am anymore. And I say, you are who I say you are, not what life has labeled you. You are not a label. You are not a trauma. You are not your worst day. You are not what they said. You are not what they did. You are not your shame. You are my image. You are my testimony. You are my beloved, marked with a seal that no demon in hell can erase. Do not believe the voice of despair. It is a liar. Do not bow to fear. It is a shadow. Do not worship worry. It is a thief of joy. Instead, come into my presence. Even if you're limping, even if you're doubting, even if you're holding on by a thread, come. My arms are not folded. They are open, wide, welcoming, strong enough to carry you, gentle enough to not break your bruised spirit, holy enough to make your shame unravel in the light of my love. I am not like man. I do not change. I do not abandon. I do not retract my promises. I do not unchoose those whom I have chosen. And I chose you. Yes. Lift your head. The night is passing. The dawn is breaking. The weeping may last through the midnight hour, but joy is coming, not just in the morning, but in your next breath. And when it comes, you will remember, it was I who held you. It was I who kept you. It was I who wrote mercy across your darkness and called you radiant in the very place they called you ruined. I am not finished. I am just beginning, and so are you. Let the past be my platform. Let the pain be my canvas. Let the battle be my glory. Let the tears water the seeds of the harvest I have prepared. Now rise, child of fire. Your heart is not too fragile for purpose. Your story is not too broken for beauty. Your soul is not too tired to dream again. Because I, the Lord your God, am with you, always. Even to the end of the age, even to the end of yourself, even to the ends of this earth, I will never leave, I will never let go, I will never forget you. I knew you before the first sunrise met your skin. I named you before the world named you pain. Yes, I have seen the nights, the ones where tears became your pillow and silence screamed louder than any voice. I watched you fold yourself into corners, trying to disappear into shadows that promised numbness. But I never looked away. I hovered, I waited, I spoke softly, not to shame you, but to call you home. You don't need to earn my love. You don't need to pretend to be strong. You don't have to fix yourself first. I am not the God of conditions. I am the father who runs to the prodigal before the apology is formed. I never fell in love with your perfection. I fell in love with your design. I saw your fears and still I called you mine. I saw you try to be enough. Enough for others, enough for expectations, enough for lies you believed about yourself, but none of that changed what I declared over you. You are my beloved. No comparison can cancel that. No failure can void it, no wound can erase it. When you walk through fire, I am there. When you drown in shame, I breathe for you. When you collapse from exhaustion, I lift you on wings of grace. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are not too late. I am not ashamed to call you my own. I am not disappointed in your story. I am invested in it. Do not despise your wilderness. It was there that I drew you close. It was there I taught you to recognize my whisper. It was there that the chains fell, not with a shout, but with a gentle wind of my spirit, reminding you you are still loved, still chosen, still seen. I know what you've lost. I know what they took. I know the betrayal, the abandonment, the guilt, but I also know what I've placed inside you. A fire no storm can drown, a light no darkness can own, a calling that no man can steal. Where were you, God? And I answer, right beside you. When they hurt you, I wept. When you blamed me, I stayed. When you gave up, I held on. You were never carrying this alone. Even in the silence, I was defending you. Even in your rebellion, I was surrounding you. Even in your despair, I was rewriting the ending with mercy. Now listen, it is time to rise. Not because you are ready, but because I have already prepared the way. The door is open, the grave is empty, the shame has been paid for. The past no longer owns you. The future is not a curse, it is a canvas, and I am painting redemption. Step forward. Even if your knees tremble, even if your heart still questions, even if the voices say you're not enough, I say, you are mine. You are enough because I am enough. You are chosen because I have chosen you. Because I have chosen you. You are restored not because you climbed back, but because I reached down and lifted you up. I speak life over you. I speak peace into the war inside your chest. I speak freedom into the chains you forgot you were wearing. I speak resurrection into dreams you buried in fear. You are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, you are not a mistake. You are my child, my joy, my vessel, my warrior, my resting place. Come now. Not with perfect words, but with your honest tears. Not with religion, but with your raw heart. I will meet you here and I will stay. Not just for a moment, but for eternity. I am the God who sees you. I am the Father who never left. I am the Lord who still speaks, and I speak this over you now. You are mine.